Ms. Meyer?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Lazarovitz?
Yes.
Mr. Martin?
No.
Yes.
Ms. Skelton?
Yes.
Mr. Camara?
Yes.
Mr. Maleko is
Gone.
Mr. De La Cuesta is recused, correct?
Correct.
Ms. Padden?
Not this vote, the next vote.
Yes.
Mr. Luna?
Yes.
Mr. Marabi?
Yes.
Ms. Raines?
Yes.
Yes. Passes.
Approved.
All right, very good.
Have a nice evening, guys.
Thank you, Regina.
Okay.
All right, you guys, let's motor through this.
Quick question.
Yes.
I'm so sorry, I represent the development team. We're giving the stipulation, you guys are giving the support letter, and then you want also to add conditions before you give the letter?
No, you get the letter when you adhere to the stipulations that Howard and the rest of the Plum team came up with.
I just wanted to understand it.
Yes.
Great.
Very good.
So much.
Okay.
All right, so let's motor through this. 8C, officially elect the 5 representatives authorized by the VNNC to submit community impact statements. An individual or committee may draft a CIS and the board approves the document and position. It is then uploaded to the city clerk's portal by authorized members. The selection of these persons is confirmed by an official board vote and submitted either in a letter of resolution or by approved board minutes stating the selection of up to 5 people. Submissions of the names must also include both the name and phone number and the email address for each person. The information must be filed with Dunn's field office. I currently am the only one authorized to do CISs. I look forward to having 4 other people join my team of fun. Who would like to be on
Howard.
Howard? Okay, yes. Luna, talk to me.
So, is this not merely, but this is so that you're not the only one that has to shoulder this burden?
Correct.
And the city asked that this council has 5 people that are authorized to submit them.
Got it, okay.
Yeah, that's all we're doing. We're
I'd
not.
be happy to be one of the 5.
Okay, so we have Luna's in. Who else?
I'm in.
Okay, Benjamin,
Marabi.
Marabi,
Hendry.
Henry.
I did it before, but I don't know if you need me.
No, we have those 4, and then I'm happy to still do it. So,
Yeah, we got 5.
are we
Okay.
happy with that?
Okay.
John, you can help me when I do mine. So,
All right. Does Carino want to be out?
Carino, where is Carino? Step back in the room.
No. Somebody get
He said
Carino.
he wanted to
But he said he will do it.
That's okay. I don't
He
care.
said he will do it.
Well, it's up to 5 people. If Carino wants to do it, I would be happy to have these 5 elected and delegate this authority to other council members. I have no problem with that. So De La Cuesta also, we can have a fun little coffee and do some training on this. Do we have any objection to these 5 on the council? So we have Luna, Benjamin, Marabi, Hendry, and De La Cuesta. Are we good with that, VNNC board?
You know, I'll, if you want to stay on.
can do it together. We'll do it
Okay,
together.
we'll do it together.
Yes, in all honesty, it takes a grand total of 5 minutes or less to submit
No
this.
problem.
Mr.
Okay.
Bailey?
I just want to make sure that the new people understand that this is only for actions that have been officially voted on by the board.
They can't go crazy on a Friday night with community impact statements?
Oh, darn.
Okay, yes,
Well, that takes the fun out of it,
And that there has to be documentation of that, like minutes, et cetera. So,
yes.
obviously.
I just from other neighborhood councils experience, usually one of the officers, including the secretary, but then those committees that are very active, so like your planning, land use, and other
That's
committees
exactly the
who are
5 on the
gonna be
list.
doing council files for filing stuff, so, but the main thing is it's the board of the whole position
Understood.
with the document.
Yes.
I know you
Yes.
understand.
No, we have to approve it anyhow.
Okay, are we happy with that?
We're happy.
All right, so, without objection, I make a motion that we adopt Daniel Luna, Howard Benjamin, Cam Beats Marabi, John Henry, and Carino De La Cuesta as the 5 submitters of the community impact statements. I would be happy to do a training session and pass the torch and train everyone on doing this, and see Howard 5 times a week, and at any time if there's a snag in any of it, I can walk down the street and we can handle it. So
Let's second.
With no objection, would this board vote to elect these 5 people for CIS submitters? Sure, let's second it, yes. Daniel Luna seconds the motion. I call for the vote, Mr. Secretary.
In 10 seconds. Okay, President Thomas.
Yes.
Vice President Benjamin.
Yes.
Secretary Hendry, aye. Ms. Hopp.
Aye.
Ms. Meyer.
Yes.
Mr. Lazarevitz.
Yes.
Mr. Martin.
Yes.
Ms. Skelton.
Yes.
Mr. Kamara.
Yes.
Ms. Padden.
Yes.
Mr. Luna.
Yes.
Mr. Marabi.
Yes.
Ms. Raines. Okay, and De La Cuesta has not come back.
No.
Okay, it passes.
Very good. All right. Moving on. 8D, brainstorm and begin the planning of the Natalie Wood Botanical Garden at the Government Center in Van Nuys. This garden will be the first one of its kind in the valley and will aim to have as many different species of trees as possible in one specified designated government area. The Natalie Wood Botanical Garden will be a continuing work in progress and living garden for the enjoyment of arborists and the general public alike. During each tree planting ceremony, a community cleanup will be planned immediately afterward to spread the word about the VNNC and clean up our neighborhoods. The VNNC to possibly consider doing 1 tree planting and community cleanup a month and continue the newly established tradition for years and years to come. The VNNC to seek out staff at the Huntington Library who currently maintains several gardens in Pasadena. I would be happy to have our first tree planting ceremony in January after our community coffee with the library. If there's no objections to that, I make a motion we adopt this language and start planting trees and cleaning up the neighborhood.
Seconded.
With that, I call for the vote. Mr. Secretary, we're voting on 8D.
President Thomas.
Yes.
Vice President Benjamin.
Yes.
Secretary Hendry, yes. Treasurer Hopp.
Aye.
Ms. Meyer.
Yes.
Mr. Lazarevitz.
He's
The second, Mr. Martin.
Yes.
Ms. Skelton.
Yes.
Mr. Kamara.
Yes.
Mr. De La Cuesta.
I have to abstain because I don't know what you're talking about.
Tree planting.
We're talking about.
The second, Ms. Padden.
Yes. Natalie Wood.
Mr. Luna.
Yes.
Mr. Marabi.
Yes.
Ms. Raines.
Yes.
Passes.
Very good. 8E, the update and request for action on the parking situation at Cedros. I saw several emails in regards to this. Carino has been going back and forth with this gentleman in the DOT and Tom Labange's office. We have nothing new to report as we're still in the back and forth. So without objection from the board, I would like to table 8E. Do we have anything on that? Carino?
Yeah, I did communication with Mariano, and they're in contact with Labange's office and trying to rectify the parking situation. I think they're not appreciative of it, Labange, but I think they're going to go with the community impact statement if nothing's been done, but they're trying to work with the Labange office at this point right now.
Ms. Skelton?
Parking,
Which street, Cedros and
Oxnard.
so parking.
So table?
Without objection, we're going to table this and see what happens. 8F, the VNNC to start the process of renaming the Van Nuys Orange Line Station after Marilyn Monroe. Who is it? Nikki with Councilmember Paul Krikorian's office has informed me that they will not rename the station after Marilyn Monroe because she's had no significant impact on transportation. So if
She got
if
my
that's-
motor running.
All right. It's not even 10 and we're getting punchy, so that's good. Very good. So, so long as we're doing it, as Teddy Rose, no, I'm not going to. But Jerry Martin, who is our transportation advocate, made the suggestion that we name the station after Amelia Earhart, who apparently everyone likes more than Marilyn Monroe and has had significant impact in the transportation fields and women's rights. And
It's an excellent suggestion.
As we all know, what we're trying to do is bring to light all of the famous people that came from Van Nuys, but then also
She came from Van Nuys?
create,
Yeah.
well, she set a record at Van Nuys Airport, a speed record years ago. But from the Amtrak station, the Don Drysdale Amtrak station, soon to be, right, to the Orange Line station, once all of this goes through to create a business improvement district along Van Nuys Boulevard, and that is the goal. That's why we're doing all this fun stuff. So without objection, I would like to readdress this as the Amelia Earhart Orange Line station, and I can't see that they would have any objection to that. Well, I'm sure we can find some
How about
objection.
John Wayne? He used to
How about
write-
Maria Schertzer? Maria, you're recognized.
Yes, I hope the majority of the board comes to their senses and better judgment, and really, this is a matter which, just what Van Nuys needs, more meaningless landmarks dedicated to dead actresses and whatever. So please, this is really a meaningless, trivial part of somebody's neighborhood issue, and this is not what Van Nuys needs.
Duly noted. So we are going to table this and come up with the new language for next month with the Amelia Earhart Orange Line station.
Or somebody else.
Moving on, the 15600 Van Owen Street zoning variance, are we tabling that, Carino?
That's next month.
Okay, that has been tabled. Next up, 8I, the VNNC to begin planning 3 community conversations with coffee for January. The VNNC is and will continue to participate in the ongoing Libraries Transforming Communities initiative. With the help of Kelly Tyler, the head librarian at the Van Nuys Public Library, we will be addressing the pressing issues facing Van Nuys and the Mid-Valley. As you guys know, we were one of 2 communities in California and 10 communities in all of America to do this with the library system. This is a great opportunity for the exchange of ideas. We're going into phase 2. If you guys remember, phase 1 was at our retreat at the library. So now we're going into phase 2. I will have dates for everyone on the Libraries Transforming Communities initiative. But what I would like to do is one of the 3 coffees that we're having in January, after it's done, we have our first tree planting ceremony.
Can I have a
So
latte?
you can have a latte. So basically, there's nothing to vote on there, unless it's a show of support for working with Kelly, who's always been very good to us, and that's where we have our executive meetings. I will have dates for that as soon as they're approved through the council office. Next up, we have update on the missing VNNC property with final analysis on what we should do. Candido,
Okay, you want me to open up on that, Mr. President?
you let her loose.
Thank you, Mr. President, stakeholders. Just to
Have
recap,
fun.
there has been
I'll see
some
you soon.
Van Nuys neighborhood council properties that have been missing. I was given a list of items and
Yes.
descriptions. Some of the items just said electronic. So last month, we were able to get the printer and the camera, video camera, and a few other items. Apparently, they're not working. You know, that's something out of our control. But with this list, I can't tell you what is on that item. So I'm going to request. Dunn told me I need a request from the Van Nuys Neighborhood Council to ask for the receipts because they can't give them to me. So we need to get the receipts from Dunn. So Mr. President, I'm asking if you can
Fair enough.
give me the list and we'll get that. Now, I did get 2 items last week. I don't know if they're part of the Neighborhood Council, but one of the former members gave it to me, and I'm going to submit these to you. I don't know what they are. They look like some kind of cords that belong, but he wanted to get rid of them because he didn't want to be accused of stealing.
We'll accuse him of something
Yeah,
else.
we need to drop this. We need to solve this, Mr. President, but, you know, we have enough black eyes and Van Nuys. We need to get this over and find out what we have to do. But again, the people that served in the past were volunteers, and they tried their best. For example, the individual who had the computer and the printer, he was the only one that ran he reminded me that he was the one that did the election in 2012. He was the one that did everything. He brought the food, he ran the election. So when we look at one thing, we need to look at the entire picture and say, okay, there might have been some problems, but overall, there was some good jobs and some things that were done that were very productive. So we have that. I want to thank Ms. Hobb for giving me her list on the her inventory. Now, there's one more inventory that I'm missing. And again, Dunn said I'm going to ask you that I need that second inventory list that I believe one of the board members has. Ms. Hopp, I do have a question on item 5. You have 3 tall stacks of Christmas wreaths to be hung on the boulevard. Ms. Meyer and her husband were so kind, they used to do that all the time. But my question is, why didn't you take account? How many were there? Do you know how many were per stack?
I have no idea. They're huge, they're all rolled up, and it's a little hard to get to them because there's so much stuff in front of them, and I have no idea. So I logged what I could see.
Okay, I'd like to help you with that because I did find I went out and found the information. When we ordered those, we ordered 20 of the 30-inch, Mr. President, and there was, I believe, 50 of the 20, the smaller ones. So that gave us a total of, and we spent almost $2,500 for those wreaths. So we should have about 70 of those. So when you're able, or if you'd like me to join you,
Yeah,
I
I
will
have
go.
no idea how many individually there are.
I don't know, but
They're just wrapped around and they look like they.
Okay, at this point,
Christmas
at this
tree.
point,
Can I finish my report, Mr. President? You give me the-
Let's hear from Candy.
Please, I mean, there's a
and
lot of
then,
work going into this. Thank
yes,
you.
I appreciate the
All
work
I'm
on
saying
this.
is, I would join you in taking inventory of that, because we need a count of how many wreaths are there. We can break it down. I know it's pretty heavy. I can have somebody else help
Yeah,
us,
I
and
couldn't move them.
we'll do that, Mr. President, or you give us the permission, we'll take the inventory.
Absolutely.
I would like to check that inventory against the other inventory that we're still missing. Maybe there is a count of those wreaths. So, again, give us time. We'll find all
There's
the...
more stuff in there that we couldn't count because the way it's
Jeanette.
stacked in there, well, I'm just letting them know. There's stuff in front
Jeanette,
of
just
other
let it
stuff.
drop, please.
All right. You can't-
Candy,
Well, I don't
so
understand. Are we looking to
what,
find-
We are not looking at anything any longer for you. This is a
What do you
count,
mean
this
for
is
me?
a,
What
this
do you mean
is,
for me, sir?
this is a
It's not
count.
for me. You know, you keep taking this out. This is about fixing this for Van Nuys. This is a black eye on Van Nuys. Please, let's resolve this. You brought this to the floor. We're doing the proper things.
Not we.
Yeah, we are.
Not we.
We are. We. The stakeholders.
We,
I was assigned by the president to do this. I'm not.
not
doing
any
something.
longer.
He's the president, not you.
What do you say?
And Dunn said you cannot remove me. Well, you can remove me, but
all
I
right,
still have the right to do
we
this.
will
What
loop
is your
Dunn in
problem?
on
You
this and
just
get to
go
the
over
bottom
just
of
because
it.
you got caught lying one time, sir, you're so angry?
All right.
Not lying. What are you saying?
You know what it was.
All right, let's.
Objection, Your Honor.
I have my report, Mr. President.
All right, I
We
will
need
be
to take inventory.
emailing Dunn, you, Jeanette, and Howard, and we will get to the bottom of this. We are
Amy,
almost
At
done
this
with
point, this is a Van Nuys Neighborhood Council problem, and we will
What am I?
seek a solution. You're not on this council, sir.
No, but I'm a stakeholder, and you guys invited me to do this, and I used to be on it. And you
The-
accused
the-
the former members of doing it, so I want to clear those members of the, make sure that these records, because if there's more inventory there, that is.
Where is the laptop, sir?
Kenny,
Still looking for it. I don't know where it's at.
I don't know where it was all recovered from. Where did it miraculously come from?
What's that, ma'am?
All the material you've turned over.
I've gone to former members,
Where did the printer come back from?
went for former members and brought it in.
Who had it?
He doesn't want to be disclosed. Mr. Benjamin knows who had
A
it, so
house,
we're
a
just bringing it in.
garage, a house here, Van Nuys?
No, it was one of the board members.
Storage?
I was led in the direction on who had it, so that's where I went. Wherever I was directed.
Secret.
No
What's
secret,
the
Mr.
secret?
It's no secret.
Well, I'm asking who had the printer, who had the camera, who had all the ink?
Still don't have the
Where
camera.
is all of it?
Well, you have the video camera, you have the video camera.
A broken little, but not the big camera. There's an empty case in there, and that was for a big, like a 35 millimeter, whatever. It was
Exactly,
not
and
for
that's
a
what
little-
we're gonna, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna find out, Mr. President. We're gonna find
I want to
out.
withdraw the request to speak that I put in. on
I don't know,
the
that's why
This is just
Mr. Benjamin couldn't find it. I'm trying to find it.
Sorry.
no, you're fine, you're okay. It's okay.
Give an applause.
Thank
All
you.
stolen property.
Because I didn't get a
That's
chance
census,
to
man.
say anything
Give an
about it.
applause.
Quiet down, please.
You will
Quiet down,
withdraw your
please.
request.
He didn't recover anything.
Council couldn't find it.
All right, here, that, I do enjoy this, and it's enjoyable that it happens every month. What we are going to do is we are going to contact Merlot who is in charge of our forensic audit, which is why all of this came to be anyway.
Who is it, Mr. President?
Merlot. His name is Merlot Manis or Merlot Merlot.
M-A-N-O-I-S.
Spell it again, ma'am.
Sounds like a
M-A-N,
candy
like
bar.
Nancy, O-I-S.
All right, so
I just want, if I can close, Mr.
I will,
President.
yes.
Thank you, Mr.
But
President.
real quick,
Just
here's
real
what we're
quickly,
going.
if we can.
I'll just, enough, hold on a second. We are going to get past this forensic audit from Dunn and get to the bottom of the last two missing things, whatever the last two missing things are,
Absolutely, Mr. President.
and then we are going to move on with our
Be
lives.
productive, yes, sir.
Does anybody else have anything in regards to this issue? Penelope?
Absolutely.
Well, I personally feel that somebody stole our things and it should, the city attorney should be proven.
But they're being returned. They're being returned. If I find out, you ask for a process. You ask to find out where this equipment was. It was said that they were stolen. Well, they were sitting in one of the board members' house. He said, I asked him to come and pick it up. Nobody picked it up. And yet you want to call him a thief when he had him there. I went over there and said, can I?
Are they all functioning?
I don't know. It's not my job to find out if they're all functioning. Now, see, it's an issue of function. I thought we wanted to recover the products. We did that. Just let me finish, Mr. President, because we'll go before the Mr. whoever.
Merlot Mancias, something or other.
Mr. President, how much do we spend a month for our rental? How much do we-
$150 a month.
There it
$150.
is.
So if you add that up, how much is that? Almost $1,800 a year we spent. We could sell all that at an auction. We could ask, can we sell all of that? We're not using it. It's
Can't
being
sell it.
stored. We could donate
Wanna
it
use
to
it. We need an
Dunn.
office.
We could donate it to Dunn, and we could save $1,800. We're wasting $1,800 a year to store things that we're not using.
Yeah, fair enough.
Thank you,
So,
Mr.
I have further
yes,
stuff to say.
Mr. Benjamin, you're recognized.
All right. First of all, I contacted Mr. Thompson. Mr. Thompson said in front of the president, I do not have the printer. It was a piece of junk and I threw it away. I do not have a camera. I gave that camera to somebody else, which he was proven not to. I don't have the laptop, which he has. Now the laptop suddenly is broken. How did this laptop get broken? Why was it broken? It was in perfect shape. It was 11 months old when it was given to him. He bought it brand new. He had it for 11 months, and then after 11 months, an $1,147 computer was deemed as junk, and is someone in his charge, whether it was him or one of his children, spilt liquid into the thing and destroyed the computer. Now, if you borrow a car from somebody and you give them back a spare tire that's flat, do you think that that individual would be happy receiving a flat tire and no car? And that's exactly what we've gotten from Mr. Thompson. Mr. Thompson has given us back a printer that won't work, $600 of ink that was used up, not on anything that the council authorized him to use it on. Paper, I beg your pardon, the election was in 2012.
Exactly, that's where the receipts were made.
That was not when the receipts were made. The receipts are from 2013. Don't talk while I'm talking, sir. I have the floor. All right.
Do not point your finger.
All right, all right. So I will be contacting Dunn. We will get.
I'm not through.
Okay, Mr. Benjamin, you're recognized.
Time and time again, we've been told that material, the camera, came back completely broken. I don't know if this was a case of being vindictive over having to turn the equipment back in, but Mr. Thompson told me flat out he did not have possession of any of this equipment. It was not in his possession. It was junk and it was thrown away. Suddenly it's coming back. It's coming back broken. It's coming back missing. It's coming back by an individual that is not a part of this board. I don't care whether the president of this organization authorized you to go after this or not. This is an internal audit from Dunn. It has nothing to do with a stakeholder.
I'm in contact with Dunn all the time.
That's wonderful, sir, but I have the floor. You have not been recognized. You have not been recognized, and I would appreciate it if you would let me finish my comment. Again, it's rhetorical, sir. You don't need to answer. I've had it with your subterfuge over what's taken place. You won't tell a council member who had the material. You won't divulge where this material is coming from. If I know and you know, why can't she know? She is a member of this council.
So tell her where they came from. You just told them.
She asked you a question, sir.
There you go with that finger pointing again, sir. It's rude to point.
And it's rude for you to even be in this room, sir.
Really, you would love to see this all go, wouldn't you? It's amazing.
Give me some gloves and.
And on that note.
Hey, we don't need this personal
All
stuff.
right, that's enough.
Stop.
This is not personal, Mr. President. I'm referring to the report. Now, Mr. Benjamin says that he talked to Mr. Thompson. Now, Mr. Thompson told me that he told you to come and get it. So
He
you say
never told me to
But he
come and
told
get
me
it.
He did, and I went, can I come and get it? And he gave it to me. So I have to assume that if he told me to come and get it, he must have told you.
He hung the phone up on me.
Why?
Why? Because I told him that I wanted to recover the equipment that he had in his possession.
when
He
I
said
called
that
him-
I don't have the equipment. It has been thrown away. It was junk.
Why are you trying to blackball this poor man? He did his job. He
Penelope.
did a great job.
Penelope.
He did a great job at charging this council $871 for Greek food that no one on this council ever ate or saw. He bought light bulbs for the tune of $600 that we have never seen light bulbs.
What was the food
Let
for?
there be light.
$800 for what?
We know already.
Penelope is recognized. Penelope Patmeyer is recognized.
Kat was treasurer. All the receipts were turned over to Kat. I personally went on the computer and called and went to Home Depot, and light bulbs were purchased. What for? I have to
Where's the
ask
receipt for that? Show me the receipt. So what?
Dunn has that
They say they don't have it.
Well, that's too bad because George.
Well, then how am I supposed to do my
George,
investigation?
Kat, and I
We've asked you not to,
turned
sir.
You did. I'm going to do it until I get the result because you're defaming somebody who was a very good person, a great human
Let's
being.
hear from
So-
Mr. Luna.
And you're calling Kenny, George, and whoever a liar. They
No, I'm
saw
not.
them.
I'm just saying I want to prove
I like
that you guys
people
are
calling me names.
informed.
Mr. Luna.
So I'm gonna use good old-fashioned Robert's Rules of Order, and I'm gonna make a motion. I motion that we involve the LA City Attorney in this
Absolutely,
investigation.
let's
We
do
already
it.
did.
Do I have a second?
I second it.
We have a
Oh,
second.
They
I would've
already
seconded
are.
I report it. I report it.
All right, so with that,
Mr. President, if I make just.
Hold on, just.
Mr. Luna has
Lois
the floor.
Phillips says,
I may modify the motion. Is the LA City Attorney currently involved?
yes,
Is LAPD currently involved?
no.
No.
I modify my motion. I move to have the Los Angeles Police Department involved in this investigation.
I second the motion.
Been seconded, let's vote.
Let's vote. Yes.
Mr. President, I'm going to ask.
Well, no, out of
Hold
order,
on.
we're in a vote.
Yes,
We're in a
hold
vote
on,
right now.
hold on. The motion on the floor is that we re-involve the city attorney and loop in the LAPD and get to the bottom
We're gonna
of
make a police
this.
report.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yes.
so, Mr. Secretary, I call for the vote on this motion, please.
Just a second. Okay. We're going to close. Who are you going to say move? Luna move?
Who was this, Daniel Luna made the motion, who seconded the motion?
I seconded the
Okay,
motion.
Howard Benjamin seconded.
Okay, very good. Okay, President Thomas.
Yes.
Vice President Benjamin.
Yes.
Secretary Hendry, aye. Treasurer Hopper.
Mr. Hop? Yes.
Aye.
Ms. Meyer.
Yes.
Mr. Mr.
Yes.
Lazarovitz.
Mr. Howell.
Yes.
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 Mr. Martin.
Yes.
Ms. Skelton is
walked out.
gone. Okay. Mr. Camara.
Yes.
Why is she not here for
Mr.
the?
Maleko is gone. Okay.
She's working.
Mr. De La Cuesta.
She's supposed to be in here at the meeting, not out.
We're voting.
Yes.
The motion on the floor is to involve the Los Angeles Police Department in the discovery of the missing equipment.
On all missing items.
Yes.
On the missing equipment.
He said yes.
Okay. Ms.
Don't amend anything.
What are you upset nonsense, or we're
We're in
talking
the
about the
middle
truth?
of a vote. Mr. Secretary, you are
Truth is something
recognized.
that you really shouldn't be talking
Of
about.
course not, yeah.
Ms. Padden, she's away also. Mr. Luna, no, so-
Bottom left.
Mr. Luna,
Yes.
Mr. Marabi.
Marabi is off to Florida.
Okay, Ms. Raines. Okay. Passes.
Very good. Now we will be done with this
Mr.
issue.
President, just quickly, it was mentioned about $800. I think I can ask Dunn about that. I want to find out what that $800 for Chinese food is. So I'll get that back to you. And then also, I am going to invite Mr. Thompson to come here because we can have
Oh,
this.
that will be
May I do
fun,
that? Because
yes.
I know you've had discussion with him. So
I have seen
I
her
will
work,
have to see if I
yes.
can get him here next week, okay? Let's
Fabulous.
get to the truth.
Next month.
Yes. Yep.
Actually, never let me speak on, D. Can I just say something real fast on
I
that?
would love to hear from you on 8D.
Yeah, I really looking forward to that, Natalie Woods. I was hoping that maybe some of the cleanups could be, we can have some that every once in a while doing on a weeknight so we don't have to screw up our weekends trying to clean up when we want to be with our loved ones. And I'd like to see a lot of pretty plants.
Pretty plants.
So that it'll be colorful. And I think
I like
this
it.
sounds a really great idea, having that Natalie Woods.
Beautiful.
Any night of the week, so.
Where are we?
We're almost done. Very good, Donna. Thank you. Candida.
Are we on the cleanup, sir? The meeting? No.
We bounce back to 8D, so if you want to jump in on the
No, we can get
cleanup.
back to that, because I know the council's office here, I want to see, because it's such a dangerous location to be here, I want to hear from the council office.
Well, we haven't established where we're going to be doing the cleanup, but it will be taking place after the community coffee conversations with the library people, so.
So it's completely different, okay, because again, that medium on
In
Van
front of
Nuys
Starbucks. I know
yeah,
exactly what
we
you're
need to
talking
see
about.
that. I went to Starbucks again, asked them if they'll do it.
I would like that to be the first area we address.
Thank you, sir. I hope
So,
the council office will address it.
we're on the same page there.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, moving on. 8L, reimbursement of Jeanette Hopp for purchasing the projector for outreach purposes.
I'll second.
I make a motion, we adopt the language of 8L as is, and also figure out how to work the projector.
Oh, well, he just, his computer didn't have an HDMI
Is that what it
or,
was?
yeah.
Does our computer have it?
This computer had it, but we couldn't transfer the PowerPoint.
Yeah, exactly.
So-
Didn't have the port.
For next week's summit, we do need to have that, all our Ps and Qs in order.
Yeah.
Is it gonna work for
We're
next
gonna do
time?
it.
It's gonna work perfectly.
Okay,
It
good.
would have worked tonight if the guy had the right computer.
All right, 8L, I make a motion, we adopt the language of 8L as is and reimburse Ms. Hopp for the projector.
Price?
Second.
Seconded by the Vice President. Mr. Secretary, I call for the vote.
Price approximately?
It's not to exceed 575, it was like 525 or something.
Let's say 600.
Jeanette, what was the total on the projector?
It was, oh, crumb.
Well, not to exceed $575.
But it's less than 575.
Yeah, it's less than 575.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, President Thompson.
Yes.
Vice President Benjamin.
Yes.
Oh, wait, I
Secretary
got it.
Hendry, yes. Treasurer Hop.
No. Well, it was for next month's stuff.
We're in the middle of a vote.
Treasurer Hop.
I
Okay, Ms. Meyer.
Yes. I got it.
Mr. Lazarovitz.
Yes.
Mr. Martin. Yes. Ms. Skelton. I don't see her, okay. Mr. Camara.
Yes.
Mr. De La Cuesta.
Get him in here.
Call them, we need
Close
it.
to the
The
limit.
total is $544.99.
Okay.
You're like, one time, sit till we finish voting, please, please.
We can't.
Care of constituents.
Do it afterwards.
Hey, I want my money back.
We're in the middle of a vote.
Mr. Luna.
Yes.
Mr. Marabi.
Thank you.
Marabi's gone.
Marabi is gone. Ms. Raines.
Stacy Raines.
Stacy? Yes.
I counted 10 on that one.
How many?
You want to have another vote on that or what? I counted only 10 presents.
1, 2,
I didn't get called.
3.
Oh,
Oh,
Mr. Luna, okay. I thought I had you down.
I'm aye, but I didn't get called.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we at 11?
1, 2,
You are you. I'm on.
3. I still count 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm seeing a lot of people in here.
Okay, what did I miss? I do it again?
Let's call for the vote again.
We got
Okay,
11.
President Thomas.
Yes.
Vice President Benjamin.
Yes.
Secretary Hendry, aye. Treasurer Hopper.
Hi.
Ms. Meyer.
Yes.
Mr. Lazarovitz.
Yes.
Mr. Martin.
Yes.
Ms. Skelton, I don't see. Okay, Mr. Camara.
Yes.
Mr. De La Cuesta.
Yes.
That's the one we missed. Ms. Patton, I don't see. Okay. Mr. Luna.
Yes.
Ms. Raines.
That's 11. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
Very good. Believe it or not, we're on 9A, old business. Mr. Robbins, are you ready for this?
Sure.
We are going to consider and possibly vote on filling the vacant seats on the Van Nuys Neighborhood Council. The VNNC will entertain any and all membership applications submitted for vacant seats. We have Lizette Arzola has resigned from the nonprofit seat, so we have 2 nonprofit seats up and available. Mr. Robbins is applying for one, and Daniel Luna is applying for the other one. Is that correct?
Yeah, I did the Friends of the Valley, Friends of the Library.
Very good.
Okay.
So,
Am I gonna switch onto that side of the table for a second?
I think you're not with us for a little bit here.
We don't have enough to vote.
We have
I
a,
can vote on one, and if you wanna table this, my thing, till next month?
that, we could do that? Okay, let's do that. So, we will address Mr. Luna in January.
Wait
So
a
with-
minute, didn't
No,
we
you
have the
can't.
same problem before, and I checked it out, and I made an error? If you have the quorum at the beginning of the, no, hold on, if you have the quorum
No.
at the beginning of the meeting, and then, help me
No.
out here, and you get to
The
the end.
answer
and
to
you've
the
got-
question is, the minute you lose quorum,
You can't conduct.
you cannot conduct business.
'Cause
We do have a-
Period.
I thought it had to be the,
Period.
it had to be the
But we can
majority
argue about
of
quorums
present.
later. As it is, this gentleman, Mr. Robbins,
You have another member.
I would like
yes,
to-
and Maria's back.
Oh, Maria,
Oh, Maria.
all right.
So now we
Please
can
take
sort
your
it
seat.
out.
He's in here.
Have a seat, we need
Very
you,
good.
darling.
Mr. Robbins, what is
All
your
right,
first name?
let's,
Thank you. I
that's
should
very good.
remember
All right, so Charles Robbins is going to be applying for the nonprofit organization number 1 seat, which is currently vacant. Let's have at it. Does anybody have any questions for Mr. Robbins? Anybody?
I got a question.
Mr. Luna?
How long have you been in the nonprofit space?
I've been 23 years in the nonprofit space. I'm Vice President of Communications and Development at the Village Family Services. I served as a prior CEO of the Trevor Project, which was a national suicide prevention lifeline for LGBT youth. And I live at near Oxnard and Hazelton.
So you live in Van Nuys?
I do.
Yes, he
Oh,
does.
That's
okay,
technically
great.
Valley Glen,
Great.
but
I think it's still our
It's on the
district though.
borderline.
It's within our district
91401 is my
lines.
zip code.
And he's on the
Okay.
board council.
And did you,
All right, anybody else have any questions for Mr. Robbins? Candido?
Sir, thank you for serving, but got a question. Now that you've been to a couple of these meetings, what would you do to help improve these meetings and make sure that we're...
Well, I think Mr. Luna set an example by doing parliamentary procedure, and I think that everybody can implement a little bit more fortitude and making the meetings run a little bit better.
Anybody else have any questions for Mr. Robbins? Yes.
How long have you been doing things with the kids? Well, so my career in the nonprofit sector has been 23 years, and all of the organizations I've been with have had a youth focus.
I have a question. Your kids that you have housing from 18 to 24, right?
Correct.
Correct? You said they don't have any felonies, they're not felons, they're not criminals, they're very good people,
Correct.
and they need help with work
Mm-hmm.
and direction and guidance. You guys have counselors?
We do.
You do have a lot of
We
counselors?
have a lot of counselors, social workers, and mental health
And they're involved in your,
in the program, yes.
that's wonderful.
Thank you.
I have no idea.
Thank you, sir.
I
President?
have a question.
Donna Pearman?
Do you think that you could come here on these meetings and stay until 12 o'clock?
I did last time, and I'm
Don't
here
scare
tonight this time. I've been actually 3 months
We've been
now.
trying to scare you off, but it hasn't worked.
No, it hasn't.
Anybody else? Stacy Raines is recognized.
To be able to use your connection and your resources at Village Family Services and align them with where we're trying to do here. Like, for example, maybe some of those youth members could be a part of the education committee that we're hoping to start soon? Yeah?
Yes, yes, we would love to involve our youth in programs and civic.
And we do have a youth seat that is open.
Yes!
All right, anybody else? Mr. Hendry, Mr. Secretary.
I don't mean to be cruel or make any comment about anyone's good intention, but in a sense that you're kind of the litigant with Ms. Alexenko in this great long discussion we had previously. Wouldn't it be better perhaps for you just to stand down until we resolve?